Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Mayhem at the Multiplex 3. This is Fandom Fights. The singles title is on the line. We are here. This is going to be a good one. We have the reigning champion Thomas Scully and the Kingsmen taking on the First Order and Nicholas Twohig. I am Timber Kala. Hi. You've seen me around the place, and today I'm here with someone else who's already made their face known at Mayhem at the Multiplex earlier today in a nice Fanzone debate. Robert Parker, former Fandom Fights singles champion. How you doing?
Yeah, I preferred you called me Sean Astin, your Hobbit friend, but I will take the name Robert as well. It's a title I will also answer to. I'm really excited for this match. Twohig, one of the people who's debuted this season, who has just come in like a wrecking ball, no pun intended, into this division, and is just killing it, versus Scully, the current champion, who I think has earned that title. He beat one of the best there is in Rizzy to win that title, and now we'll see if he can defend it against Twohig.
Yes, I love you very much. Twohig did debut last season, but that's okay.
Sorry. I honestly thought it was at the beginning of this season.
Your mouth. Anyway, so yes, I agree with everything you said. Twohig is a wrecking ball, but so is Scully. Scully having won his title against Rizzy in a very close match, went to sudden death. Fantastic match. So we'll see how it goes today with Nick. Nick has been on a roll. He won the Fandom Fights Singles Summer Tournament to be here today. So will that factor in? I don't know. We'll find out. Let's go get into promos right now.
All right. So we're going to hear classic things like, I love my guys. He beat you last time. Last time they played in a teams match against us, they said losing wasn't an option, and then it became the only option. So I guess that still makes it an option. Listen, Scully, you're a good player. You're fine. It just happens when you face a member of of First Order in a title match, it doesn't go the way you think. So it's time for Win the Belts. We need to start renaming all these events after us because we always end up playing in them. We're challenging for 4 belts probably this weekend. Kingsmen are 2. So, yeah. How are you feeling, Twohig?
I'm feeling good. You know what? I'm in the right mindset. I got away this past weekend. I actually went a little fishing. Hadn't gone fishing in a while. I went fishing. So I sat out on the lake for about like 2-3 hours. Caught a couple fish, some tuna, some cod here and there. And I was just about to pack it in and go home. And I was like, I'm going to catch one more, and then I'm going to go home. So I threw my line in, and I caught a fish. And I was like, I don't know what kind of fish this is. So I looked it up. It's called a fluke. And I named it Thomas Scully, and then I threw it back. See you in the ring.
All right. Back for the first defense. Mayhem. Fun. Twohig got a really good run. He went through that tournament, and it was an impressive run. But let's not forget the reason why he had to go on that run in the first place was because he couldn't beat us. We pitched a perfect game, tried to beat perfection. But fact still remains, we're 1-0 on Twohig. But Scully, I think we've got a good chance at defending again tonight. Twohig's a beast, but so are we. And I believe in you. I believe in the momentum we've been carrying, and I believe in defending this title. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I love Twohig. I mean, he's such a great competitor. I was really hooked to his fishing story, up until he said the name of Fluke. And then I remember last time where he called me a paper champion, then took a piece of paper. And, well, unfortunately, we saw how that went. So, I'm sorry, Nick. I love you, but I want to defend this. I want to have this belt for a while. So, I got to go 3 again. I'm sorry. But this should be a good match. This should be probably the best match. I mean, the thing about Twohig is that the 2 of us make each other better players. We bring out the best in every match we play. And that's all I think tonight's going to be about. The 2 of us at our best, going head to head. Best person's going to get that belt, but I feel like tonight's my night.
Man's maketh man. Let's play.
Okay, Robert, some promos just happened. Were they fire? I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah, I have 2 questions for you after those promos, Tim. 1, did those promos get you excited for this match? 2, when will you wear wigs?
let's get right into it with round number 1. We're going to bring in our competitors. This is how round number 1 is going to work. There are going to be 10 questions from 10 random categories in the realm of fandom fights. Each question is worth 1 point apiece. If you get all 10 questions correct, you will be given a bonus question. You have 3 repeats and a challenge rule for the entirety of the match. Gentlemen, do you have any questions as we get into round numero 1?
Let's do it.
Okay, question number 1 is in the category of Wizarding World. Name 3 of the 4 nicknames of the Messers of the Marauders map.
It's a lot of M's in that question.
If you were the Messer of something, what would it be?
It's an excellent question.
5,
Come back to you next
4,
banter session
3,
with an
2,
answer.
1. Pens down. We'll start with Scully.
I gave all 4. Mooney, Wormtail, Padfoot, and Progs.
Pulling the Jeremy Adams, as I like to call it. Nick Twohig.
I pulled a Jeremy Adams, so who needs Wormtail Padfoot?
Both of you, God, bringing out the worst.
Kind of
Okay.
hard not to.
All right, both are correct.
All right, your second question in the category of Worlds of DC. In Suicide Squad, which member of the squad immediately leaves the bar after Flag deactivates their explosives? Tim, I do have an answer for you. I would be the Messor of my own destiny.
Carpe diem. 5, 4,
Hell yeah.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Nick
Captain Boomerang.
and Scully.
I erased Boomerang and I put Deadshot.
Boomerang is the correct answer, so Nick takes a 1-point lead on that one. All right, next question is in the category of fandom quotes. Which Apes film features the quote, "There is no contradiction between faith and science, true science"?
Could also be Messer of getting this category into fandom, maybe. I take a little bit of credit for it.
Of getting apes or getting
Yes,
quotes.
not quotes. No, not quotes. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant quotes. I was like, interesting. I didn't know that story. 5,
No.
4,
Absolutely not.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Nick
Planet of the Apes, 68.
and Scully.
Planet of the Apes, 68.
Both are correct.
All right, folks. Your next one is in the category of DC movies. Who plays Tom Stahl's wife Edie in A History of Violence?
I've said it once. I will say it again. I think this movie slaps.
Yeah,
Enjoy it
Yeah.
thoroughly.
it's a big ol' yikes, but like in the best possible way, according to Maggie Bracala.
That's true. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We are to Nick. I don't remember. I'm already lost.
Maria Bello.
And Scully.
Maria Bello.
Both are correct. All right. Next question is in Star Trek. In Star Trek First Contact, the Enterprise is set to self-destruct. Name 2 of the 3 officers who contribute to the self-destruct order. Have you ever had to contribute to
Self-destruct order?
I don't fucking know, man.
Have I had Taco Bell before? Yes.
A Chili's quesadilla in my house. 5,
It's true.
4, 3,
With
2,
the taco place that's
1.
in Madison.
Pens
whatever it's
down.
called.
We are to Scully.
Riker and Worf.
And we'll go over to Nick.
Worf and Beverly Crusher.
Nick is correct. We would have accepted Worf, Crusher, or Picard.
All right, your next one is in the category of Disney live action. In The Rocketeer, what is the profession of Cliff Secord, the man who becomes the Rocketeer?
I still haven't seen this one.
It's on ye old Disney Plus, trademarked, of course.
Yes.
You know, don't want to say we invented that.
I don't want this video to get hit by Disney.
Oh yeah, God, we wouldn't want the mouse in our ass.
Oh, 5, 4,
Multiplex
3.
is fucked.
1.
Oh,
Nick
he's a pilot.
and Scully.
I said inventor.
Pilot is the correct answer. All right, your next question is in Pixar. And for Robert's sake, these are things outside the PCEU. Okay, your question is... Sorry. What is the first name of the agent who erases Tony Reidinger's memory in Incredibles 2?
I was going to say that joke next question, but now I won't.
I'm trying to look at what the cat... Oh, yeah. You can still if you want to.
Thank you for your permission.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Dad.
You're welcome, my boy. 5.
Repeat the question.
All right, that's a first repeat for Scully. In Pixar, what is the first name of the agent who erases Tony Reidinger's memory in Incredibles 2? Do you
We
like
love a
this
good
movie?
Incredible. I do like this movie.
Yeah.
This was a first date movie for me. The relationship did not turn out well, but the movie-going experience did.
Yeah, yikes. 5.
Yeah.
4.
True story.
3. 2. 1. Pens down. We are going to Scully first.
I said Bill.
And Nick.
Rick.
Rick is the correct answer.
All right, your next one is in the category of DreamWorks. These are movies based on DreamWorks comics outside the DWEU. Your question, which DreamWorks movie features a voice cast, including Catherine Keener, Clark Duke, and Ryan Reynolds?
If you could be in a voice cast featuring anyone, who would it be?
Yeah. Like, who would I also want to be a voice in that said movie?
Yes.
Andy Serkis.
I like it. 5.
Yeah.
4.
You
3.
make a movie.
2. 1. Called Flipper. Okay, Nick.
The Croods.
And Scully.
The Croods.
Both are correct. All right. We are down to the penultimate question, which is in the category of Middle Earth. What was the title of Bilbo's book in the Middle Earth series?
Did you ever write a book?
Have I ever written or would
I said,
would
could you ever write a book?
I think I could. Would it be good? No.
Will you ever write a book?
No.
When will you write a book?
When will you write books? 5, 4. I hear you have sex to. 1. Pens down. Okay.
Okay.
We are the Nick.
I wasn't sure if you wanted the subtitle included, but I wrote There and Back Again, A Hobbit's Tale by Bilbo.
Oh, fuck.
And Scully.
Didn't have it.
That is correct. As we get into the final question of the round, Robert.
The final question, if Twohig gets this, it's a perfect round. Category is James Bond. In The Man with the Golden Gun, what did Scaramanga send to his targets to intimidate them? Very few of our viewers are going to know the video that we've been referencing
which is
so
why I
much today.
stopped making the sex toys joke. But
Yeah, but
everybody, I
think
will
it's
put in the link
hysterical.
of the description of this video of this Mayhem card. A
Do
link
it. Please
to
do it.
a Lord of the Rings video in which Robert and I have been referencing.
It's true.
5, 4,
I did a car accident.
2, 1. We are to Scully
Is it a bullet with their name on it?
and Nick.
Golden Bull.
Both are correct. And with that, Nick has a perfect round. So, Nick, I will be giving you a bonus question. This question is only for you. You do not need to write it down. You can just say it. Are you ready?
Sure.
What does Luke give to Leia before he walks out to challenge the First Order at the end of The Last Jedi?
Hans Dice.
That is correct for 1 point. So, at the end of round number 1, we have a perfect round with Nick with 11 points. Scully has 5 points, but anything can happen as we get into round numero 2. Robert, is that score I just said correct? Is that what you have?
You have 11-5.
That is what I have.
That is also what I have, my friend.
Beautiful. Okay, so we are going to bring up the lovely wheel from wheeldecide.com. Each player is going to have a chance to spin the wheel. If they don't like what they spin the first time, they can choose to spin again, but they do have to keep whatever they spin the second time. Each question is worth 2 points a piece. If you go to multiple choice, it is worth 1 point a piece. But look out! Stealing is available in this round, so be careful. All right, so with that, the categories on today's wheel are as follows: Star Trek, Wizarding World, Marvel, DreamWorks, Disney live action, Star Wars, Fandom Oscars, and MCU, and spinners and opponent's choice at the request of the champion. So, Nick, you are in the lead. So, do you want to go first or second on the spin?
We'll go second.
All right, second it is. We will bring in Mr. Coho for Mr. Scully then, and we will bring up the wheel for your spin. Okay, the spin is in, and it lands on Star Wars. Would you like to keep that or spin again, Scully?
I like that.
That's good for you. Keep it.
Let's keep it.
Okay, so we will keep
Trust your
Star
gut.
Wars. I will give you your questions in Star Wars as soon as I find them. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, your first question. Who takes Ochi's dagger after Rey heals the Vexus snake in The Rise of Skywalker?
C-3PO.
That is incorrect. Nick, chance for a 2-point steal.
Chewbacca.
That is correct for 2 points. All right. Scully, your next question. Which Imperial captain does Vader promote after force choking his superior over video call in The Empire Strikes Back?
Piet.
That is correct for 2 points.
Big 2 points. Necessary 2 points for Scully there.
All right, your next question. How old is Chewbacca revealed to be in Solo, a Star Wars story?
Multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, 100, B, 140, C, 190, or D, 210.
C.
That is correct for 1 point. And my marker is dying. I will request the macaw to maybe find me a new one, a new marker from the macaw. Okay, fourth question. In Attack of the Clones, after Palpatine authorizes the creation of a Republic army, what planet does Yoda say he will go to?
Camino.
That is correct for 2 points.
Could tie it up with this last one.
Okay, Scully, your final question in Star Wars. In the Clone Wars movie, Anakin tricks Dooku into thinking he killed the baby Hutt by filling his backpack with what?
Rocks.
That is correct for 2 points.
Comes within one there. Going
Yeah, so at the end of Scully's turn, he's gotten his total up to 12. Nick has 13 with that steal. So we will bring back up the wheel, and we will go to your spin. Nick, your spin is away.
No excitement.
It also lands on Star Wars, so you will get a free
Take it.
respin. Lands on MCU.
Let's go.
Yeah. Okay.
Just play it smart. You have a 1 point lead right now, so even if you multiple everything, we still walk away with the lead. But you can put this lead up to 11 if you sweep. So
Okay.
Robert, will you give Nick his questions in MCU?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Your question's category of MCU, Nick. The first one. In The Incredible Hulk, Samuel Stearns has a room in his lab filled with what?
He says these are all you to Bruce, so I'll say Bruce's blood.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second one. In Spider-Man Far From Home, what city does the fire elemental attack in?
Oh shoot.
Five, 4, 3.
Multiple choice.
Okay. Is it A, Lisbon, B, Vienna, C, Berlin, or D, Prague?
Prague. Should
That is correct for 1 point. Your next one. What live animal does Darren Cross fail to shrink down in Ant-Man?
the sheep.
That is correct for 2 more points. In Thor Ragnarok, Hela gives Scourge what honorable title and position?
Executioner.
That is correct for 2 more points. And your final question. In Iron Man 3, Aldrich Killian has a think tank called AIM. What does AIM stand for?
Advanced Idea Mechanics.
That is correct for another 2 points. Hits all 5 questions, only has to go to multiple once. It is now a 10-point game for Twohig going into round 3.
Yes, so Nick is up to 22. Scully trailing with 12. As we get into the filmography round, this is the way it's going to work. There are going to be 2 clues leading to an actor or actress. They hear the clues, and then they will tell us who the actor or actress is based on a said clues. So, Nick, you are in the lead. Do you want set 1 or set 2?
I'll take set 1.
Okay, so Scully, you will be getting set 2. Robert, will you give Scully his set 2 questions?
We are back in the filmography round. Big points here. We're going to go to Scully first. His questions will come from set 2. So, Scully, your 1 point filmography question from set 2. Who plays a terrorist actor in the MCU and voices a panther in a Disney live-action movie?
Ben Kingsley.
That is correct for 1 point. Your next question, 2 points. Who plays a drug lord in a Marvel movie and a president in a YA movie?
Five, 4, 3.
Donald Sutherland.
That is incorrect. We're looking for Julianne Moore. Julianne Moore from the Hunger Games series and then Kingsman 2. All right, your 3-point question, Scully. Who plays a human survivor in an Apes movie and an X-Men mutant?
Oh, it's I don't want to mess up his name. Cody Smith McPhee.
That is correct for 3 points. Very necessary 3 points there for Scully.
Yep, gets his
Brings
total
it
up
within
to
6.
Yep, gets his total up to 16. As we move over to Nick for your questions in set 1. Are you ready, Nick?
Yes.
All right, your 1 pointer. Who plays a conspiring Klingon general in a Star Trek movie and voices an elderly explorer in a Pixar movie?
Christopher Plummer.
Yes, that is correct. We would not have accepted Kevin Spacey. Okay. Have to make the joke every time.
You do.
All right.
Contractually obligated.
All right, your next question is your 2-pointer. Who plays a wizard in the Wizarding World and voices an evil villain of darkness in a DreamWorks one-off?
Jude Law.
That is correct for 2 more points. And your 3-pointer. Who plays a Disney live-action princess and a Craig Bond girl?
Gemma Arterton.
That is correct.
That's correct.
For 3 points. So at the end of round number 3, Nick still holds the lead with 28 to Scully's 16 as we get into the deep cut round. This is the way it's going to work. We have a wheel with 10 slices on it of categories that the competitors picked themselves. Whoever's in the lead is going to spin the wheel. If they don't like what it lands on first, they can choose to spin again. Got to keep whatever it lands on the second time. The category they land on, I'm sorry, excuse me, I'm like dying here, corresponds to a movie. They don't know all the movies. They know a couple of them. We'll get into that if they know it. But that's how it works. Any questions as we get into the round? Nope. Okay. So
you weren't asking me. Sorry.
I was not asking you. Okay, so we will bring up the wheel.
The wheel?
Can we see the wheel?
We can see the wheel. Today's wheel, of course, sponsored by voodoo.com / Tim Bracala.
Don't do that. Okay, your categories on today's wheel. Worlds of DC, Planet of the Apes, Disney live action, YA dystopia, Star Trek, James Bond, Marvel, MCU, Rocky, and Disney animation. So, Nick,
yes,
this is the spin.
Cool.
Nick being in the lead.
Lands on Rocky. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
I'm gonna leave that in your hands.
Oh yeah, I forgot that he can't. Oh. I'm just gonna take him away.
No. Oh, he can't. Oh,
he's allowed to come.
Let's do.
Keep in mind, this is not one of the categories that they know what the movie is.
Can I get a score update?
It
is currently
28 to 16.
Yep, 28-16.
Let's spin it again. Okay.
All right, we are spinning it again.
We'll have to stick with this Dequip movie.
Star Trek.
Okay.
All right, so the movie that you guys will be answering questions from is none other than I think I'm legally allowed to say this, contractually obligated, the shit pile, Star Trek Insurrection.
Yeah, that is mandated that you preface it with that.
I think I have to. Okay.
Every single question has that written in, too.
So, guys, each question is worth 2 points apiece. There is no stealing or anything because you're both answering. And, there's no losing points or anything. It's just 2 points apiece per question. Are we ready to get into it?
Yes.
Okay. The first question. What was the name of the area in space that contained the Baku planet? Both go into the board pretty quick on that one.
Mm-hmm. Twohig just needs to keep pace, and he might have this one at the end of this round, but we'll see. Scully needs to hit, and he needs Twohig to miss as well.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Scully.
The Briar Patch.
And Nick.
Right.
Both are correct.
All right, your next question. In the shit pile, what mineral interferes with technology, including tricorders and beaming devices?
I didn't understand half the words you said.
I said technology.
Got it. Seen this movie like twice, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to Nick first.
Kelbinite.
And Scully.
Said trilithium.
Kelbinite is the correct answer, so Nick gets 2 points on that one as we get into the next question, which is, what is the name of a Klingon pimple?
Yeah, Klingon goes through puberty in this movie. Isn't that weird?
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't read these questions before. Because I didn't know. I'm like, I'm not gonna know any of the answers. Don't get into me. And as I was reading it, I'm like, is this a joke?
Oh no, I have
being
written
punked
joke
right
questions
now?
before for these though. I have written them like, oh, here's the real one.
5,
I have done that before. Like
4,
I once fake asked
3,
what the runtime of Fellowship of the
2,
Ring was.
1. Pens down. We're going to Scully first.
Is it a wart? I don't know. Wart.
And Nick.
It is a gorch.
That is correct. It is a gorge.
I wouldn't want that.
All right, Robert, give him the next question.
I absolutely will. Your next question. When talking with Anij, what does Picard say was his perfect moment in time? I actually quite like this scene.
Sure.
Would you be the messer of a Star Trek Insurrection rewrite?
I don't even want to think about it. 5, 4, 3.
Repeat it, please.
2. Okay,
Again,
Nick
your
using his
question
first repeat.
When talking with Anij, what does Picard say was his perfect moment in time?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, Nick. We'll go to Scully.
When he became captain of the Enterprise?
And Nick.
I said the first time he looked at Earth from space.
That is correct.
That is correct. All right, and the final question in Star Trek Insurrection. What is the name of the young Baku boy that Data is fond of? I just want to say it again for the viewers at home in case they didn't hear me say it before. Shit pile.
I'll also say something one more time that the viewers earlier heard. The dolphin is dead.
Died in a car accident. 5, 4.
Repeat it.
3. All right. Nick using a second repeat. What is the name of the young Baku boy that Data is fond of? Yeah. There's no way that I would have known the answer to any of these questions. That is why they call it the deep cut.
It is a cut that just so happens
5,
to be a bit deep.
4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down. We'll go to Scully
I don't know why this name came to me. Is it Gallatin?
and Nick.
I said the name of the greatest team partner ever, R. Tim.
And your winner by a new singles champion, Nicholas Twohig. The answer was Artem with the final score of, what am I looking at? 10.
It is 38
to 18. All right. Oh, I didn't mean to take out Robert. That's crazy. I'm losing my mind. All right. So Robert, what a match. Holy shit. So this was interesting. You know, I mean, both people got, core geek categories in round 2. Something that hasn't happened in fandom in a while. I feel like the core geek rears its ugly head. It worked out for Nick in round 2. And then after getting such a perfect round in round 1, the second time Nick has gotten a perfect round, including the bonus in Mayhem at the Multiplex here today. I mean, it's hard to recover from that sometimes.
Yeah, especially when Twohig he had a good round 1, but it wasn't incredible. It wasn't great. And then he chose to stick with Star Wars, the category that has been got a lot, is quite deep. A lot of people think they know it. I think Scully did know it. That first question just threw him off a little bit, just enough for Twohig to pick up that 2-point steal. And I think that was a really telling moment in this match.
Absolutely. So let's bring in our unfortunate loser today, the Kingsman, Scully, Coho. Guys, how are we feeling after the match?
It's kind of poetic that we got our title by beating Twohig on a perfect game, and he got his by beating us on a perfect game. It's kind of poetic. I will say that. Good game, Nick. You played a great one. That's one for the ages. Fun fact, that is the first time there's been a perfect round 1 in a singles title match. So congrats to Nick Twohig. That's a record. But Scully played his heart out. We did the best we could. It's hard to beat perfection. The shoe's on the other foot. It feels rough. But we'll just brush it off. We'll be back next season for that belt.
Yeah. There was really no stopping him tonight. He was a freight train. I second guessed myself on a couple of the round 1s. Then round 2, got a little too excited. That scene of Rise of Skywalker in my head. And then after that, Julianne Moore, again, was not thinking of Julianne Moore. And then once we got into Insurrection, that was kind of all she wrote. He deserves this belt really more than anybody in this league. We're working at it for, a whole year now, and dude's insane. But, shake this off, get back, play teams with Bowman for a bit, and then be back in that hunt. So, yeah.
Mischief's got the team tournament. We'll focus on that.
All right. So you will be back next season. Is there anybody that you're looking to bounce back against once you come back next season?
Really anyone. I mean, I feel like that my run, it came against 2 great players with Twohig and RJ, playing a bunch of other people that I haven't played yet, whether, it be you, Tim, or Butler, or even Cam and Coho, or even RJ again. So, and any one of those guys who've shown themselves to be true contenders in this league, I want to, I want to test myself against the best. And tonight, I couldn't do that very well, so it's my chance to prove it all again next season.
All right, sounds good. Well, guys, thanks for coming and playing today. Let's move over to the First Order and our new champion, Nick Twohig. Guys, how are we feeling? Which I know is a question Cody hates, but
did we play a match? That was crazy. Listen, I don't go to the Facebook. I'm just going to make this known to everybody in the community. I don't go to the Facebook page. I don't drop gifts. I don't talk about how great players are all the time. I hate when polls are lopsided against my players, but I'm not the one stirring up crap and talking trash. So next time, maybe start watching movies and stop dropping GIFs in the thing, because it really gets annoying when you come in and shit the bed. You do score the same points as Necronomicon, so I do give you credit for that. That was 18 points. That's what they scored against us in the first video, so cool. Yay, you have that in common. But listen, that's the thing. You were so cocky in your pre-match. Perfection. We weren't done perfection. Well, we did tonight. And that's 2 matches in Mayhem. I just need a few more to go my way. I don't know where this video is, but then Coho will vote for me for Manager of the Year, which that means the world to me. I really hope that actually happens because that's what I need. But Twohig, you played a great game. I'm glad the respin for Rocky because it ended up on Trek, and then you literally ran through Trek. You knew everything. We got MCU. We didn't get opponent's choice, so that was cool. I think what it boils down to is we've been playing. We've been actively playing. Scully's been off since his last ass whooping. So it's kind of hard to get back in there when you're not answering questions everywhere. No matter if Douglas Castle, Caleb Boatman, Cameron Holtzman, Albert Spence writes you a title match, not title match in circumstance. So how you feeling, Twohig?
Well, that was pretty cool. Not the way I expected this evening, so very glad it went that way. A little bummed I watched the bejesus out of Punisher Warzone for nothing, but that's fine. I low-key love that shit pile, so I was pretty happy when I heard it.
When I heard Insurrection, I knew that you would be smiling. So,
Scully's so good, dude. Like, he really is. Scully's really good. He is. I'm gonna be real for a moment. He deserved his title. I'm happy I could take it from him. Yes, we beat him in teams, but in singles we're 1-1. So I would like to see Scully down the line at some point. But as far as tonight goes, that was pretty cool. Feels pretty good. And now I guess this is me announcing my retirement. Just kidding. I have the belt, but just come get it.
All right.
Little do you know that we're shutting down because of drama.
Jesus.
We'll see you later.
Yikes. All right. Well, congrats, guys. We'll see you later on this year at a defense. Robert, you're eating popcorn, so any final
How dare
thoughts?
you make such a heinous accusation again? Yeah, you're right.
Any thoughts on the match? Final thoughts.
Look, it was a good match. I think. I just think Scully. I think they might have had some. They might have been onto something when Twohig's been in the battlefield playing. Scully might have been getting a little bit rusty. I don't know if it's just a couple of those round ones threw him for too much of a loop, but hey, Scully definitely didn't play his best game. Nick played the best you can play. You can't do anything against that. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Scully does next with his singles career for sure. And Nick obviously confident in the victory, and I'm sure we will see him for his next defense. Hopefully we'll see him at the same level.
Yep. All right, so that's going to do it for us for the Fandom singles part of Mayhem at the Multiplex. Guys, if you haven't seen the previous videos, the previous matches, or maybe the matches to come, because I don't know where this lands, go watch them. We put a lot of work into this pay-per-view, so we really appreciate you guys hanging out, spending the time with us, watching the matches. It's been a lot of fun, and this is just another good one to add to the card today. So that'll do it for us. Thank you to Robert for co-hosting. Thank you to the Kingsman and to the First Order. Maggie's backstage, but she's just in it. She got me that marker at one point, so thank you to her. And just thank
Marker
you to,
retriever extraordinaire.
Yes, so thank you. And check out the rest of the Mayhem videos, and then we'll be back to regular scheduled programming later this week on Sunday. So we will see you guys very, very soon. Peace out. Enjoy the rest of Mayhem.